Honorable members, order. Honorable van der Merwe, please. Continue, Honorable Siangwa.
Honorable House Chairperson, this is probably one of the lamest debates we've ever had in this House. ANC trying to come here to wax lyrical about the duties and responsibilities that they have, which is not their money but the taxpayers' money. And they come here and tell us about the NDP, which they have neglected at every turn. There is no consistency, there's no acceptance. COSATU on one hand, whilst it's dysfunctional, is anti the NDP. The SACP, or whatever's left of it, is anti the NDP. And when they all sneeze, the ANC catches the cold, and there's no development. The honourable member who moved this motion comes here to come and tell us what about the NDP has actually achieved. Well, let me tell him what it has achieved since it was implemented. Unemployment stands at 27.5%. Stunted economic growth, which has been revised downwards. Credit rating downgrades. The highest inequality in the world. Escalating crime. A technical recession. State capture. Irregular, wasteful and fruitless expenditure. Corruption day in and day out. That is what the so-called NDP has actually delivered for us. The honourable member comes here to make a desperate but very petty pitch for an election campaign. The bottom line is the ANC has failed dismally at its own plan. You have achieved zero of all the things that you have committed. Out of 10, 0%. Had this been a soccer match, you would be getting a red card. You have fouled the people of South Africa. You have looted day in and day out. You have lined your pockets for the benefit of your election campaigns. You have used state resources to campaign. The bottom line is the NDP is only just something you use to placate, to advertise, and to pretend that you're doing something. Had you been committed to the NDP, then all the niceties it contains would have actually materialized, but none of them have. All you have done, you have sat in this house day in and day out, and you have protected corruption, and you have protected looting, and at the end of the day, you are all a bunch of failures. The honorable chairperson of the Committee on Public Service Administration comes here and he speaks about HIV and AIDS and the mass rollout of ARVs. He forgets to tell us that it was the ANC that brought about the age of denialism, and the IFP had to take you to the Constitutional Court for people to get nevirapine and prevent mother-to-child transmission. On a scale of success, you get 0 out of 10. You are anti-NDP.
Thank you very much. Your time is now expired.
You have
Thank you, Honorable
NDP.
Thank you, Honorable Schaik, Emam. Thank you, order, honorable members. There's a member on the podium.
Thank you, Honorable House Chair. Allow me to start off by saying, Honorable House Chair, in order to achieve the goals of NDP 2030, we all need to take collective responsibility. What we need is to have worked together. And the question that we need to ask, is that what we have done? What I've just seen here again is grandstanding. The easiest thing to do is to stand here and insult somebody else. But the question is, what have we done? What have we done in the last few years to correct that path and do the right thing and ensure that we achieve what we desired to do in terms of the 2030 NDP goals? Nothing. All we do is we come here and let's be honest. And I'm going to give you a good example. Somebody said we don't have capacity. It is a capacity problem. But an ideal example is if you take Honorable Steenhuisen. There's a whole lot of hue and cry about him only having a metric certificate. But I can tell you personally, he has proven without any doubt that you don't need a degree to be able to deliver. Clearly, he has shown that. Now, even though he has shown that, there will be those that will be insulting him and questioning him. But the fact of the matter is, you will not find him standing up on frivolous motions, not even knowing what the rules are. He will be quoting them. So don't you think we should give him credit for that? It does not mean that you need to have a degree, because if you needed a degree, and let me give you an example. Many people in this country have got lots of degrees and MBAs and everything. So why is the NDP not implemented? Why is it not implemented? You don't. What you need is passion, you need commitment, you need dedication, and most important, while the Minister of Higher Education is here, Minister, what is the next thing you should do? Is introduce a degree, that is what they want, on integrity, where you don't steal and you don't loot. Maybe that's the degree we should be having. Because if we can do that, can you imagine how much we will save in this country? Because that's what it is all about. Now let me tell you, if you do away with fraud and corruption, if politicians don't interfere and loot and steal, half your battles are won. If we can introduce proper consequence management, we can reach this goal. If we stop grandstanding but work together to find common ground to be able to deliver to the people, because all of us represent all the people in this country. Why can't we work together? That is where the solution is. So coming here and standing here and grandstanding is not going to solve the problems of the country. Working in unison will solve the problems. Thank you very much.
Mama Chege. Thank you very much, honorable members. Thank you. Continue, Honorable Macheke.
Point of order, Stan.
Order, members. There's a lot of noise. Mama Macheke can't go on. What is your point of order, Honorable Member?
Honorable
Member, that's not a point of order. That's not a point of order.